Hi, Michael Bridges here, and in this video I'm going to be doing a quick sketch card of the Wolverine. I'll be doing this sketch on my branded sketch card stock, and this is the picture of the Wolverine that I'll be doing. So what I like to do is start off very loosely sketching in shapes. So I'll just put in the shapes that I need for the image, just doing it very loosely, not worrying about where everything is. Just want to get the basic shapes. So as you see, I start off with an oval for the head. Then I'll come down and work on the neck a little bit. And from there, I'll just work out on the shoulders. And still just doing very loosely. Just trying to get the basic shape, not worrying about how everything is looking. Okay, now that I have the basic shapes of everything that's going to be in the picture, I'm going to start putting in just a little bit of detail. And still, I'll just be working very loosely, not worrying about how everything is looking, because I can come back and correct all that later. Just want to get in some basic detail so I can see where everything is. Now I'm just fleshing out the face just a little bit, give it a little more shape. And now I'll just sketch in the outline of the hair. Okay, now I basically have all my lines in and I can see where everything is. So now what I'm going to do is start putting a little bit more detail and darkening in some areas. I'll darken in the hair and try to leave some areas where the highlights of the hair will be. Okay, I've darkened in the hair. I've done some work on the face, and now I'm going to do a little bit of work on the body. Just putting in certain details so I can see where I'm at. Also putting in a little bit of the t-shirt. Now I'm going to start working on the shadow up under the head and start darkening in that area. Now actually I could actually go outside the lines here since the background is going to be shaded in dark. But for now I'm just staying inside the lines. Okay, now I'm going to work on a little bit of shading for the face. Give it a more detailed look. and have it start looking like Hugh Jackman. And as you can see, I'm just lightly going over and shading in. Okay, now that I've finished shading in the face, I'm going to work on the background and start darkening that in, and also bringing out the claws on the Wolverine. As you notice that I'm using a mechanical pencil. Okay, I've got a lot of the background darkened in, and now I'm starting to work on the shading of the body. And I start off with a light shading and then work it up darker as I go along. This will give the image a little bit more roundness and more contrast between the darks and lights and the different grays. Okay, I've darkened in everything. I've done all my shading, and now I want to do some highlighting. And I take my kneaded eraser and go around the picture and highlight areas that need to be highlighted. Some areas I go over lightly to have a light highlight, and some areas I press a little harder for the much lighter highlights. Okay, now I'm going in and doing some touch-up work, shading in areas that need to be shaded in, and making areas darker that need to be darker. And now that the painting is finished, I sign it and date it. I use an acrylic white paint to sign it, and this is the finished product. And the last thing I do is spray the sketch with a fixative so as not to smear the pencil and to protect the sketch. I hope you enjoyed this video.